there's a lot of single older women who are actually in properties. And one of the things that people don't realize is with the way the pension works, it might cost, even in a regional area, it might cost, $26,000 a year just to hold on to your property, right? So, and your pension is $28,000 a year. And you've got, a puppy dog and a cat that you're not eating, right? Like that's the reality of what a lot of people are existing from inside of our society. So we actually think rather than bashing people with vacant properties or near vacant properties, we should be incentivizing them to find ways to increase their density. And Colin Dwyer's thinking is along the same lines, because taking the stick is really what governments love to do. Let's put up interest rates. It'll stop. No, it doesn't work that way, right? And that's where I actually hope that we don't just go to let's bash everyone who's got an Airbnb or a second home, because it's, as you've alluded to, and I agree with you, that it's a lot more complex conversation than just coming up with, one single answer of, hey, let's get rid of them. So, yeah, I think that at least the conversation's out there.
Well, and another dimension to it is that they, just because a house is vacant, it doesn't mean it's the kind of house that a person who needs a house needs. And so, if you've got a one bedroom apartment that's vacant, and you beat the landlord over the stick saying you've got to fill that, but that's no use to a single mum with 3 kids or whatever. So again, I think it's an easy to understand dimension of the problem, and that's why people gravitate to it. And similar with immigration, it's just like, well, if we haven't got enough housing, why are we bringing so many people in? And then there's a lot of other reasons for immigration as well, beyond just not having a housing crisis.
And I agree with you 100%. And I think also that was when I saw your comments in regards to Greenfield as not as a solution, but almost an inevitable direction to some extent. One of our big concerns that we've seen is, and your point there in regards to one bedroom sort of reminded me of it, is that we're starting to see a big misalignment in the types of property and the people who are going into them, right? So greenfield developments have historically only occurred because of the underpinning of financial ease of lending. So if you build, using construction terms, the old 4x2x2 in the burbs in greenfield, so 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 garages in the burbs, the banks are like, high five, I've got all of these comparisons out there that are close to yours. So if yours in a bull rush, we'll give you 95% or some crazy thing. Now, that is showing a complete misalignment to the actual people that are going into the stock. So rental properties, there's 1, 2, and 3 bedders are being cried for, because that's where affordability and also consistency with the demographics is actually sitting. So I would shudder to think what would happen if we continue to build completely misaligned product like would happen in a greenfield, because other countries around the world, like even Germany, have got to a point where they go, there's no one to move into this 4 or 5 bedroom house. We'll just shut down the whole suburb. And if we don't think about that, that could actually be the flow-on effect of letting a greenfield developer continue to lend because the banks will underpin it.